All right, another crazy week in the markets. So let's go over the EPs for this week. Start with the first one. It's just a freaking monster, ASTC. Um, this one, the news was that Astrotech Corporation Board of Directors approves a strategic lunar resource and infrastructure initiative to advance future moon-based quantum computing manufacturing. The reality is it's a very, very low float, 1.7 million. Market cap at the time was 4 million. In the 3 days, it's gone up 829%. Let's look at day one. So it gapped up 200%, and the low of day was 16.73%, and the high of day one was 167%. So this one has to do with space, data centers in space, anything that has to do with space, satellites, uh, rockets. All those are going higher because SpaceX IPO is so um, it's like a trillion, $1.5 trillion IPO valuation. And so anything with space is a hot theme. And I think we talked about themes before. Sometimes themes drive the market, and that's where the best opportunity is. New themes, new industries, and space is definitely a new industry. Um, and this is just an insane move. 829% in 3 days. I think it's done probably, but you never know. Next one, Codex. So this one, um, the news headline was Co-Diagnostics advances Ebola PCR assay development strategy with joint ventura Coursera. I don't know what that means, um, but it's some side of some sort of partnership. Um, and I don't know how you can play this one, but I put it on the list because it went up 98% in a few days. I again, it's like I don't know those kind of catalysts that are kind of subpar. They're just so hard to have confidence in to take them, and you can see it's pretty choppy. Next one, CPSH. Speaking of, uh, no news. So this one, when you have the market that's super um, speculative, super bullish, any kind of low float stock can run, and this one moved up 100% in a couple days. And it just goes to show like what type of market we're in, where you have things like ASTC. It has no earnings. It just says, yeah, we're gonna start you know, we're gonna change our strategy to a lunar resource and infrastructure initiative for moon-based quantum computing manufacturing. Okay, whatever that means. The market accepted it because everything's going up. Um, and that's why you can get these no news. There's always going to be stocks that have no news, but you can get these no news runners. Corsair. So the stock jumps overnight. Corsair Gaming AI server strategy fuels buzz. So they did some sort of it launched like a AI focused workstation. So it has to do with AI. Gapped up uh 7%, and it's up 46% in a few days. Dell. This one had really impressive earnings, especially for such a big company. Actually had an EP down here from last quarter, which I bought and unfortunately sold too early. But today's EP was, let's see, the gap was 32%, and the volume was 5 times the average volume. But the earnings were really good, 214%, 60% EPS surprise, 88% revenue change, and a 24% surprise. And it had a let's see if I can find that. What was the it had Dell Finviz. It had another news. Uh let's see. Dell. Oh yeah, 9.7 billion Pentagon contract. So it got a big contract from the Pentagon, 9.7 billion, um, from the Department of Defense. So that's why the stock went up, you know, 33-40% in the post market. Speaking of IBM, another stock that got a um, a contract from the United States government here for quantum has been up 23% or 30%. So you're starting to see like government-backed companies are you kind of have like now this like Trump trade where if Trump or the government is backing a company, those stocks are really, really, really working. And so anything that's going to be backed by Trump or Trump tweets about it, that's going to be the next stock that goes crazy. I I promise you that, because all these stocks are working. He's kind of like hinting. He's kind of hinting at like, hey, there's going to be either a contract or this. I think he said like buy Dell. I think he literally said buy Dell like here, and it's up 50%. Okay, MNTS, just another space company. This one surged 21% Thursday, day after SpaceX disclosed that it had confidentially submitted its IPO paperwork. So this is kind of playing off of the SpaceX IPO again, gapped up, and it's up 69%. Okta, I didn't think that the earnings were that good on Okta, but they had a beat on agentic AI demand. So I just thought that the chart was really, really good, moving sideways for several months. And I thought that the volume and just the way it finished the day was really, really good. But I didn't think the earnings were that great. But obviously, it's AI related. PagerDuty, what was that one? You know what? That one, I think I just had that one in there, but I don't think that was the best EP. Snowflake. So Snow had good earnings as well. It had 63% EPS year over year change, 22% surprise, and 33% uh, revenue beat year over year. However, for this one, it also had a big, let's see, it also had a big Partnership with Amazon. Snowflake expands Amazon collaboration with 6 billion commitment to AWS. Next one was space. So this one was interesting. The space stock jumps 12% pre-market today. Retail pins hopes on the only tourism bet after Blue Origin test explosion. So Blue Origin is another space company. Their rocket exploded in a test, and so this is the only other space tourism company, like lower Earth orbit space tourism. And so retail hopped on that, and it's up a little bit. Unusual machines. So this is another Trump-backed company. So shares surge pre-market on Trump government funding expectations. So it's anticipating the news that this is going to be. So it is among companies identified by the Pentagon for funding deals. The Journal reported earlier, and it's at all-time highs. And it's a drone company, Department of Defense, and it's up 31%. All right. So that's the EPs for the day or for the week. Thanks for watching.